G'day guys, haven't made a video for a little while, but I got this SP01 amplifier in. It's failed, and a fellow sent it in to be repaired. And I was just having a look at the design of this unit. As you can see, it has an output socket there, mode 1 and 2, volume 0 to 10, and a 3-position filter, on and off. And I take it this must be the input here on the side. But I was just amazed how this has been put together. And overall, it should be a very, very cheap, simple repair. I might make 2 videos about this. That glue there has come away. Yeah, the glue is broken off there, but that's no big deal. Anyway, the whole thing's been painted in brown paint, as you can see. And that's probably to keep moisture off the components and so forth. It has a little miniature connector there, which is some sort of, I'd say it's the standard type of USB we see on those charge modules. But having a look through this anyway, we have a battery charge module onto this 3.7 volt lithium battery. It's 1200 milliamp hour. So that would, on this circuit, would last a long time. But there's the battery charge module there. And I don't know all the ins and outs of this yet. I haven't looked at the rest of it. I don't know if the rest of it came in. I think I might just got the board, but it has ins and outs on this, but I can easily nut that out, what's going where. But this module here, like I say, you charge it in here, and it charges the battery. Now, as it's a 3.7 volt battery, the audio amplifier IC here, this one, and as you can see, it's got one audio amplifier IC and just resistor networks with these capacitors. They look like the filters. So as you switch the filter settings here, it'll just change the values. It'll just select different RC values for the filtering. I'm trying to keep it all together at the moment. But why it should be such a simple fix, I'll show you. I'm going to have to bring this over to the computer, and I'm going to have to put it up. You can see I've been doing a lot of work in the workshop on various things, and it's stayed clean. So anyway, we'll go to the computer here. I'm going to move my chair out the way. I want to get this a lot closer so you can see. Otherwise, you'll have no idea what I'm talking about. But for anyone who's got one of these SP01s, very easy. Come here. Trying to get the tripod close. If you can see there, this is just on eBay. So I'll just lock that there like so, and that one there like so. So it'll stay on the screen. If you have a look at that module there, and yeah, wiggling this around, a wire just fell off. That's pretty standard, but I know where it goes. But if you have a look at that module, where the wire fell off, that one there, if you can see it. I have to bend over a little bit. But that just is that module soldered on the board there. And if your battery charge module in this ever fails, I think you just unsolder 4 tie-in points there and to put one of those in there. It's the same thing. And they're very cheap. What is it? It's actually the TP4056 5 volt 1 amp Type C USB lithium battery charge module, protected. And you can see it's got protection MOSFET in the top right hand corner. Yeah, charge regulator, and I think that other little one there's an op amp for current feedback. But anyway, if that board ever blows up, that little board right there, and the battery won't charge, it's going to cost you $3.90 Australian to get another one. And they're cheap. There's more that are cheaper. So that's an easy, quick repair. You don't even have to do anything with the components. You can if you want to, but you just buy a new module and stick it in. Very, very simple. So that's the first part. Now, on the other side of the board here, you can see there's another module. It had a sticker on that inductor there, little ferrite inductor. I took it off, and this is another one. Now, because the audio amplifier, where am I? There we are, that one there. Because the audio amplifier runs on 5 volts and the battery's 3.7, as I say, it's a 3.7 lithium battery there. So I spin it around and hopefully the other wire doesn't drop off, it's upside down. But you can have a look at the battery as well. Whoops, there we go. 3.7 volts, 1.2 amp hour or 1200 milliamp hour. Just a lithium poly type battery, and it fell off. There we are, both wires fell off. Didn't like being manhandled. So that's the step up voltage module in the bottom corner there you're looking at. It's exactly the same one. And what this does is you can see on the screen there, and I'll just use this to poke. It says voltage in negative, voltage in positive, voltage out. So what you do is you adjust this potentiometer here. You put your 3.7 volts in from the battery and you adjust this for 5 volts. So that's very cheap too. You can buy the whole module, right, for 99 cents. It's US 99 cents. So about $1.20 Australian. And yeah, that's the device there, as you can see. So if that ever blows up and you don't get your 5 volt rail, it's a very, very simple fix. Nothing hard about that at all. Very, very straightforward and simple. And then we come around here, and that chip there, that's your amplifier. That's your audio amplifier. I think it's good for 2.3 watts, and it runs on 5 volts. So that's the reason they use the step-up regulator for the power supply to that chip there. Over there we are, that one there. Now that chip there, if it ever blows up, here we go, NS8002, and that is that I see there, right in the middle of the screen on that. Now the NS8002, I couldn't believe how cheap these are. If you can see up here, 10 pieces of that IC. So you get 10 ICs for Australian $3.49. So if it ever blows up, the active components on this, you can fix the whole thing. You can just replace all the active electronic componentry for under $5. So very, very cheap to repair. Now a lithium battery, I don't know what these are worth now. I haven't what are we? It's got a part number, right? Which is sort of half. We'll have a look. I'll just stick it in here, and we'll go 3.7 volts, 1,200 mAh, and we'll see if we can find the lithium battery for it. It looks something like that there. That would go in. It's a LiPo, $12 for your LiPo. Flatter one, $14.69. You know, so you're looking those sort of prices. That's a half 500. These are all for probably radio controlled planes and things. So yeah, it looks very similar to those. This battery has a black. Oh, I think that might be added actually. Is it? I don't know. You see the yellow in there, the yellow tape that the manufacturers use. Maybe it's got protection over it. That's why I can't find the exact one. But any one of these would work. Not critical. 3.7, 1200 milliamp hour. You could put a smaller in there if you wanted to, because I mean this would last for a long, long time. You could put a bigger one in there if you wanted to as well. Like, you know, if you just wanted to use it for a day and charge it, like there's one there you could stick in there. It's $2.20. So, you know, $12 for a battery, roughly, I'd say. Yeah, for the right size, the same sort of thing. You know, $13, $14, $12, all around that area. So, yeah, I thought that was very interesting that you know, you can buy these modules very, very cheaply indeed. And to get these off, you can, I don't know if you can actually see, but if you look at the far end, it's got yeah, I'm just trying to have a look. Maybe it's got a, some sort of through plate pin or something, but maybe it's just held on just these mounts here. Oops, there's my thumb. There. Maybe just solder suck or solder wick those. Same on the other one, and the modules pop off. But yeah, that's quite interesting. You know, these here are just electrolytic capacitors. I haven't bothered looking at what value they are. They never fail usually. Well, they can, but it's unlikely. The only other thing you need to look at on this too is where the under the paint where the switches solder on. Sometimes flicking switches creates dry joints. Just the shock of the switch going click clack all the time. These larger components here, they look like 1206 style surface mount resistors. You could just measure those with a multimeter anyway and see what they are. Or you could, you know, heat them up, lift them up, get a more accurate reading because you will have circuit loading. But overall, very, very simple, straightforward design. This SP01. It very, very straightforward. Very straightforward indeed. But I thought that that was an interesting one. I'll make another video and I'll fix it and see what actually went wrong. Now I've got another one coming up too, but I'm going to do a separate video on it. I'll put it back on my workbench. I've had a fellow, I'm not going to say any names, but I'm just going to move the chairs around a bit. And I'm going to hold this on a bit of an angle so you can't see. I'm not going to say too much, but I'll just move back a bit. Here, this is a coil from a GPX 6000, and it's a genuine Minelab coil, And the trick on this one is going to, whoops, don't want that flicking around, is going to, if you can see that, it's going to be converted to run on a standard GPX detector. So it won't be too hard to do, I don't think. It's just a matter of working out. It's a double D, so work out the ins and outs and shielding. We'll just see how good these coils are anyway, and we'll compare it to another 14 double D on a GPX and just see how good it is. But yeah, that's a project. I'm just going to point that out. If anyone's hung around long enough to watch the last part of this video, and on another note, yeah, I've nearly got the whole workshop cleaned up. I still got some stuff there I've got to sort through, but you know, it's a lot cleaner than what it was, and everything's up there, all the chemicals and things. And how's that? Nice big Eureka flag I stuck up there on the wall, and sorting out all the components. They've still got tons and tons to do. I've got boxes and reels. Some of them are not even in here. I've yes, got the missus in here soldering up some boards for me, and that's going along nicely. And as you can see, I'll spin around slowly. Still got tons of parts I've still got to sort out and go through, and there's components everywhere. You know, just drawers and drawers and drawers of stuff, and you look in a cupboard there and there's drawers and drawers of stuff, and you look up there and all those are full of boxes of stuff. So, you know, even up there there's detectors sitting up there. Yeah, so that's where we're at. You know, you look down there and there's detectors waiting down there as well for work getting done to them, repairs, and I think I've still got about 6 or 7 sitting outside the room as well. And yeah, that's where we're going. So yeah, next video will be the repair of that SP01. And I'd say most of these things with electronics, everything more or less fails the same way. It's always the same parts, you know. Usually when I open up detectors, I sort of just by turning it on, and if it's got any noise whatsoever, I'll go, that's that. If it hasn't got any noise, I'll go, yeah, it's probably that. And you know, 90% of the time I'm right, but you know, you will get a curly one that'll throw you a curveball. That's the way it works. So anyway, I hope you enjoyed that little bit on the SP01 detector booster gadget. Like I say, it should be a very simple fix. There's not much in it. Anyway, catch us later.